Okay, so it says I'm live. This is the first time I'm trying this out. Hello, everybody. Dr. Middle here. Version of YouTube streaming. It took me a little while to figure things out. Of course, I'm a Mac user, which most of you probably already know. So I tried getting connected on Safari, and I'm waiting. This circle kept going on. I go, what the heck's going on here? So I shut that off, backtracked, did some research, and you have to use Chrome. My goodness, Chrome. So that means everything. Let me my phone covered up a little bit here. So everything is going to be recorded on the internet, recorded everywhere. And I'm just curious on how all of this works. Like I said, it's the first time you're trying this out. I'm in my ambient studio here, of course. And we'll see who clicks in. Let's see who picks this up, because YouTube is a big problem of mine because they block my videos. They hide my videos. You can't search and find my videos. So I'm wondering how this is going to work out on the notices being sent out to the subscribers, which is an embarrassing amount of subscribers. And funny enough, in the last few months, I've gained 50% more subscribers because of all the crap I've been reporting on the coronavirus. But today, I want to get into the civil unrest going on and talk about the history of civil unrest through my years of living and experience. I'm 66, so I was born in 1954, and been a kid as the Vietnam War was kicking into gear. And some of the earlier protesting and riots I've seen were the anti-war protesting going on. Amazing news coverage, but it was all one-sided. You know, these were horrible people. These were bad students. A lot of them were being done on campus universities. I remember distinctly the 6 students that got killed at Kent University by the National Guard, just shot cold blood. And another instance in Santa Barbara, at the university there, UC Santa Barbara, where there was somebody killed there through the National Guard. So now we got the National Guard polluting our streets. And I just uploaded a video. Now, are these people freedom fighters or are they terrorists? Okay, these anti-war protesters against the Vietnam War, were these freedom fighters or terrorists? But they just got down on all these people. I remember my parental authority at the time. Those damn hippies. Look at, they're all on drugs. This is communist kind of crap going on here. The communists are doing this, the communists this, the communists that. Rock and roll music was communist inspired and drug oriented. You know, this is what drummed into our heads in the 60s. And little did I know, which I'm observant back when I was young and just soaking all this stuff in, and just still didn't sit right with me. So this kind of went on in the mid 60s. And then we had the Martin Luther King assassination going on. And I had no idea who this guy was. And I was at a junior high school that was 50% black, 30, I'd say 30% Mexican, 20% mix of other kids, and us white boys were the minority. So, of course, we rode the buses in. This was in Pacoima. You might have heard Pacoima through some of the old Johnny Carson monologues, which always made fun of Pacoima when he wanted to make a joke about ghetto living and where the black people kind of hang out. So, yeah, I have been exposed to a pretty good extensive exposure to the black race, the black culture, being in school with them on a daily basis through the 3 years of junior high school. But anyway, showing up in school in the morning, Martin Luther King got killed. There was these ladies standing out in front of the bus stop area and in the front of the school, our king is dead, holding signs, our king is dead, our king is dead. The school is closed today. Go home, our king is dead. And later in that day, if you remember the Black Panther Party, a Negro, group going on, that Angela Davis and, who was the other male that was pretty predominant? I can't think of his name right now, but Angela Davis, I still remember. And so there were some of them guys coming onto campus and beating up some of the white teachers. A lot of the white kids were getting beaten up and jumped. So after homeroom, they kind of closed the school, and we all got shuffled over to the bus stop area, got on the buses, and went home. So school was closed for a couple of days because of that. But now let's talk about LA and the riots, the Watts riots that happened in LA, very much on the TV. Once again, my parental authorities at the time, those damn niggers, look at those niggers, look what they're doing. Oh, they're doing such horrible things. Oh, they're such, send them back to Africa. See, this is what we had to grow up with. You know, and I hate to say it, but I'm just repeating you, actual verbiage that I had to listen to as a kid. Fortunately, I'm not that way today. And I look back in a humorous way where, you know, I was taught the eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a nigger by the toe. If you holler, let him go. Make him pay $50 every day. But see, that didn't affect us in any way, but it was just a nursery rhyme that we had to listen to as growing up. You know, my other side of the family came from the deep South, and this was like their normal culture. Also, another funny thing that I will share with you is the Brazilian nuts. You know, we always called them nigger toes. Well, we didn't mean nothing bad about it. This is what was instilled to us. This wasn't our fault as a kid because this is all we knew. But now going back to the Watts riots and the TV, the coverage of it all, and I just reloaded and uploaded a video about the police brutality through the years. I have some actual footage there of the Watts riots going on. So we had that going on. Now, let's move a little further ahead. We had another big incident of riots going on was the Rodney King beating. And when Stacey Koon and his malicious cohorts got in trouble and got acquitted, then the whole city blew up again. It just went bonkers. It just went bonkers. More fires, more riots, more everything going on. Oh, those damn blankety blanks. Oh, they're so horrible. Blankety blank, blankety blanks. But you see, the whole point is this prejudice, this bias, this racism has always been there in the United States. It always has been there. Even your parents has instilled this prejudice amongst you, just talking in their living room, just watching the TV and the news and making comments, and you're sitting there as a kid absorbing and picking all the stuff up. Well, you don't make much sense of it back then, you know, but your parents are blah, 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 blah about all this stuff. So the oh God, what do you call it when you got excuse? See, I'm losing words here. I had all this all planned out. The acquittal of these 4 LAPD policemen. And you know what? I grew up near that area. I grew up in that neighborhood. I know exactly where this took place. Okay, this was more of an equestrian area. It was out of Foothill Division out of LAPD. And I have worked with the Foothill Division for several years. And I remember in the roll call room and in the workout room where these cops would sit there and brag about how they would pull over a black guy late at night, pull him out of the car, tear his car apart, beat the fuck out of him, and call other cops up. So there'll be, you know, 4 or 6 of them there, but, you know, they never pull their guns or anything. They just beat the crap out of this guy. And they would say, oh, we got another call, we got to go. And they leave the guy there in the street with his car torn apart. Well, not too many of these instances were really ever reported. And if you look on my video about the police brutality, you see the hundreds of millions of dollars LA has paid out in fines. In all these other cities, Chicago was the most amazing amount of lawsuits being paid out that nobody hears or knows about. And this was all going on back then. This was all going on back then. And it's still going on. America's on fire, and rightly so, I have to say. You deserve everything that comes your way. And I'm sorry to say that because I got friends and family still up there. But they all think I'm crazy. They don't believe anything I'm trying to tell them. They thought I was crazy for moving out of there, 15 years ago. I knew the 2008 collapse was coming. I predicted it on my radio shows up there in the States. And I told my kids it's time to get out. And this, what's going on right now, should have happened 10 years ago. This was the plan 10 years ago. After they stole everybody's properties and houses through defaults on their mortgages and loans and everything, going in and swooping up all of this real estate. I guess they figured they needed another phase of swooping up personal property from everybody. But here, I want you to, let's see how, like I said, I'm going to see how all this works here. Funny stuff, huh? Where is my sound effects thing here? I should have had this. I should have had this brought up already. Okay, I want to play something for you here. Okay, where is that at? What did I have it under? Oh, Senator here. So I'm giving it away. There we go. No, Republican. I want to play something for you, okay? Come on. Come on. Okay, where is it? I'll play it on quick time here. Yeah, this is bullshit. You only get to do the see. They want that monitor. Safari doesn't let anybody probably record. Now they're tapping into my computer because I had to open up. They're looking at all my landscape here. They're recording all these outside noises. Okay, I want you to listen to this, okay?
City from Ohio. The only way they can pass this bill is by creating and sustaining a panic atmosphere. That atmosphere is not justified.
Okay, creating a panic atmosphere. Okay? I'll tell you when this was recorded, but relate to what the crap is going on today. Creating a panic atmosphere.
Many of us were told in private conversations that if we voted against this bill on Monday, that the sky would fall.
Okay, the sky's going to fall. What? Bombs are going to be dropping? Nuclear holocaust? I don't know. Let's just continue here.
The market would drop 2,000 or 3,000 points the first day, another couple thousand the second day.
Okay, aren't we having some market fluctuations going on? But see, the market, see, Trump is so full of crap. The market is so false right now. It is totally false. Let's continue here.
And a few members were even told that there would be martial law in America if we voted no.
There you go. What's going on today? Martial law. They're letting these riots happen. If you've heard lately that this cop here was friends with George Floyd. They worked together as bouncers and security in a local bar. So they knew each other pretty well. Let's continue with here.
That's what I call fear-mongering.
Fear-mongering, fear-mongering, fear-mongering. This is what's going on now. Fear-mongering with all these riots. And the news, I can't believe, of course, I had to listen to some of the MSN news last night. I was watching RT and they were showing some discrepancies. And they're all treating these people like criminals, as terrorists. Once again, are these freedom fighters or are they terrorists? These people have every right to demonstrate, to protest. But protesting has never worked in the past. Hold on, let me get on my commentary after all.
Unjustified.
Unjustified.
Proven wrong.
Proven wrong.
We've got a week. We've got 2 weeks to write a good bill. The only way to pass a bad bill, keep the panic pressure on. Now, what has the Senate done to this bill?
Okay, now, to refresh your memory, that was Representative Brad Sherman about the martial law. And what he was referring to was the quantitative easing. Okay, here we go. Threatening our congressmen and senators. And if you don't vote along with the senators, you're going to die in a private plane crash like Wellstone did, because he's the only senator that did not vote for the Iraqi war. And they end up killing him. And this is like his little warning to everybody. Watch out. You better pass this banker bailout. And that's what it was all about. But he didn't mention it. But it's all about the banker bailout by giving them hundreds of billions and trillions of dollars. And my God, what are we doing again? Trump, $6 trillion more in debt. Who's going to pay for that? You baby boomers are so effed up. What happened to you? I was just talking to a high school friend the other day. What happened to all of our classmates from high school? Where'd they all go? They're all brain dead. They can't think. We don't even have any class reunions anymore because everybody is so out of it. Or they're all dead. They're all just so brain dead. And it's just amazing. But that's Brad Sherman talking about this over 10 years ago about the fall of the United States. But see, that was postponed because of the bailout. And we have always been in a depression. There's been no recession. It's been a depression, and it's still a depression. There's no food lines out in the streets like they show in 30, 31, 32, 33. There's no food lines and bread lines because what they're doing is they're giving people debit cards. The food lines are in your grocery stores with debit cards. That's where your food lines are at. That's where the welfare state is going. And that's all hidden. People can't see that. When they talk about the unemployment rate, they're not going down and counting all these guys camped under bridges or in these abandoned houses that are in cardboard boxes on the streets. You know, even 12 years ago, I went back up to Smell A, and I seen so many people living on the streets downtown. It was so sad to see that. A book convention I was at 17 years ago, looking at downtown LA, and I think, my God, this is just Tijuana, 30, 40 years ago. So LA has lost it. LA has lost it. The riots are going on there, and somebody sent me back to where a very close area where I used to live in the San Diego County in La Mesa. They blocked off the Interstate 8 freeway. These protesters, yay. Yay, but see, people, this is not going to work. The only thing that's going to stop these people, that's going to stop all this crap going on, is a fiscal revolution to stop the money flow to the bankers, to the corporate assholes. And this has to be a global effort because we are talking about globalists. We are talking about the fascist globalists that want to rule the world, and we need to stop the money flow going to them by not buying and not participating in any of their products, goods, or services. It's like boycott, sanction, and divestment. Well, I did the words a little wrong there. Oh my gosh, am I allowed to say that on these live things? Can I use the J word? Huh? Can I talk about stuff like that? Can I talk about the genocide going on in Palestine, or are they going to rip this out? What if I played some music here, during all this stuff? What if I did that? Huh? What are they going to go in there and take this off and throw some damn copyright crap on there and prevent? Well, they demonetize me anyway because of my content. They don't like my content. So what the heck, Let me see. I want to move. Oh, geez, Louise. What am I doing here? See, like I said, this is, I don't know why that's not playing. How about this one here? Anyway, like I said, what if there's some subsequent music playing in the background or something like that, Here, let's do a little experiment. Let's see if this gets flagged. Okay. Fucking iTunes, man. What a fucked up program iTunes is. One of my favorite songs back in the 70s, The Nails, idiot lines about 44 women. Okay, enough of that for experiment. We got to do a little over 20 seconds. Okay, there's a little experiment there. So like I said, I'm testing all this out and seeing how this functions, seeing if anybody's going to respond to any of this stuff. So far, there's no emails, no chat, no anything like that. That's another thing I wanted to try because I'm not getting a lot of the messages. My emails are not going out properly on Gmail. There is a lot of funky stuff going on with my YouTube channel. I'll receive an email and I go look for it under the video and it's not there. I'll even go look under the spam folder. It's not there. And when I post a video, I might not get it or be notified of it for a couple of days later. And sometimes I got time sensitive type of videos they put on there that I want people to know about today, not several days later. So this is all very strange. I have no idea if this is going out. I have no idea if there's being any notifications going out on this. Obviously not, because there's nobody responding, but I get some pretty quick responses from people, especially these freaking bots that are on there now. There's several of them, but yet YouTube allows all that crap to go on there. So this is all weird. I'll type in on my YouTube channel, it's a search your channel. I'll type in the exact title of a video that I have done that I know it's on there, and it will show up nothing. I go to Google and I'll type in the exact title of a video. Nothing, nothing, nothing. 4 or 5 pages in, nothing, nothing, nothing. And DuckDuckGo is getting just as bad because I'll do the same with them. Because Google controls all of the information. If they don't want you out there, you're not going to be out there. You're not going to be known. All these popular people on YouTube, they buy their subscribers. They buy their views because it's part of the YouTube business for people to do that. If you want to be popular, you pay for it. And that's unfortunately how capitalism works, how these greedy effers work out there. Okay, I'm going to shut this off right now. I have no idea. I guess this might go into an actual video. I'm surprised this is actually working with a 1 millibytes per second upload, which is actually, 0.7, 0.8. It takes me hours to upload a video. So I'm very curious to see how this actually works. Like I said, I wanted to do some experimenting. I'll do that in another video about doing product names and seeing if I'm being advertised by those. I want to use that J word a lot because, hey, I grew up with a lot of these folks. I grew up with a lot of black people, Mexican people. I have a very, very diverse background dealing with other races. So pretty strange. Oh yeah, the news yesterday too. The guy, Derek, who killed George Floyd, well, who's accused of third-degree murder. That's why all the protesting about. I guess his wife has filed for divorce. And it's kind of funny because I know this guy wasn't in the Vietnam War. He wasn't old enough, but his wife looked Asian and a good-looking lady, I have to say, a good-looking lady. But why didn't she leave him on the first murder that he committed in the police force? Why this one? Well, I don't know. She's a beauty queen, supposedly. Anyway, let's end this. Pura Vida from Costa Rica. Let's see how this goes. Like I said, this is just an experiment, the first time doing this. I'll chalk this up to one of my Sunday symposiums. We'll see how this is posted on YouTube and others. Maybe I'll download it and throw it on my other channels. I have 5 YouTube channels that I post stuff on. So, of course, this is my most popular. And I'll make another little mention here, too, is, you look at my views and look at my subscribers, there's something seriously wrong with the stats on that. You look at my individual videos and you look at the likes compared to the views, there's something very seriously wrong with the ratio of that. The average of views to likes is 0.5% to 1 at best. Go on, do your own little research. You'll see most YouTube creators, what a joke that term is, that put videos up, look at their likes and views, and you'll see the ratio is very low. But mine, 15, 20, 30%. So that's unheard of. There's something seriously wrong with the stats on my videos. Okay, like I said, let's call this an end here. We've got 23 minutes going on. That's good enough. Pura Vida from Costa Rica. Stay healthy.